Shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Out of all of the tech that I try, AirTags are what I get the most questions about from family and friends. Like, how do they actually work? Are they worth it? And actually, when these first came out a few years ago, it's one of my highest viewed videos. So I'm curious, in 2026, do people still have questions about the AirTags? Because hey, the second generation of AirTags have arrived. They just came out last week. So I thought this was a good time to revisit them, test out the new ones in real life situations again, and just clear some questions up because people are still confused. No, AirTags are not GPS tracking devices, but they'll help you track stuff still. That's why they exist. We're gonna get into it. Also, if I can ask for some patience in this video as I'm moving into a new studio, so we're just gonna film wherever we can film, my messy house. So, you know, most people put AirTags on their keys, in their purse, in their camera bag. Some people put them on their cat while they're sailing the world in their sailboat. Other people want to track their kids with these. Some of those use cases work better than others, and that's what we're gonna get into. But first we need to unbox these AirTags Generation 2. AirTags. They're incredibly simple to hook up to your phone. You just hold it close to your phone and it'll just pop up. So these look identical to the original AirTags. So the same white disc, the same size, same shape. The only difference is the text on the bottom is a little different, but that means all of your old AirTag accessories from the first gen will work on these new AirTags. And speaking of accessories, I got the new Mophie ones. This is the Mophie Knit Puck. It's a fabric keychain holder for your AirTag. And this is the Mophie Knit Loop. This is more versatile than a keychain. You know, you can loop it onto a bag or purse. There are an endless amount of third-party AirTag accessories that you can buy for your wallet, keychain, etc. My Timba camera bag actually has a hidden AirTag component. So I love when bags actually incorporate that into their design. AirTags are the best at finding stationary lost items. So you're at the coffee shop and you forgot your purse. Hopefully one, you get the notification that it was left behind, but if you don't, you can use the Find My app to track your purse back to that AirTag. I always forget my keys out here under the tree in my backyard. As I'm telling you about the new AirTags, I actually want to go out and about and show you how these really work. Most days my husband goes to a coffee shop to work for the day, so I'm going to give him one of these new AirTags. I'll have him hide one in the shopping center that he's at, and hopefully it's very easy for me to find that AirTag. You know, I'm pretending like, again, I forgot my purse at the coffee shop. And while I hunt that AirTag down, you are going to see the two different ways that the Find My app leads you to a lost AirTag. So at the beginning, I'm going to be very far away from this AirTag, like 15 minutes away. So that's when the Find My app gives you an approximate location. Think of it like a pin drop on a map. Hey, your purse is approximately by this shopping center. But once you get close to that location, and that's within 150 feet for the Apple Airtags 2, which is 50% more than the previous generation, precision finding kicks in. That's when your phone uses ultra wideband and it gives you an arrow that points directly where your AirTag is, and I'll actually tell you how many feet exactly you are away from your AirTag.
I thought this thing was supposed to beep if it's not yours, but it hasn't made a sound yet.
Behind the scenes, Apple is actually doing a lot for the anti-stalking measures, but they don't tell us what they're doing on purpose, so you can't get around them, basically. A Northeastern University study in 2023 tried to kind of figure it out, and the basics are basically like, hey, this AirTag isn't going to chirp at you immediately because, well, anytime you walked into a coffee shop or an airport, well, that would be very annoying if random AirTags started going off every time that you walked into a room with other people's AirTags. But apparently the alerts come in quickly if it's at nighttime or if you're within 4 meters of an AirTag for a prolonged period of time. Okay, well, say your spouse has your camera bag with your AirTag. Well, that would be annoying if it just started chirping at him. Well, you can actually share the item location with trusted individuals just right in the Find My app. So you're able to share with up to 5 different individuals, and you can even do this with airlines. So if American Airlines loses your luggage, you can share them a secure link where both of you can know the location of your luggage, and this obviously helps out a ton. Over 50 airlines are now using this, and Apple has said, according to their press release, that it has already decreased actual lost luggage by 90%. So very useful feature if you lost something and you need someone else to help you find it, or if, you know, just someone close to you has an item with one of your AirTags and you don't want it to beep at them all day. So this is the exact reason that Apple AirTags Generation 1 or 2 are not great for anti-theft, because if you put an AirTag on your bike, even if you hide it really well, eventually that AirTag is gonna start beeping at the thief, and then they can just find it and remove it. If you are super serious about this anti-theft use case, I would consider getting a proper GPS tracker. Yes, it's probably gonna be more expensive and less convenient because you know, you don't have the beautiful Find My app, but they're out there, and anti-theft is definitely not like the top use case for Apple AirTags. It can come in handy, but obviously Apple is going to put in measures that prioritizes anti-stalking versus anti-theft.
I think I picked a good spot. It's hidden in there. Hopefully nobody saw me.
Okay, so John let me know that he has placed the AirTag. So, you know, oh no, I've forgotten my made-up purse that's at a coffee shop. Oh, far away. Let's go find it. Okay, I've already mentioned this, but wow, this is such a big misconception about AirTags. I need to mention it again. It is not a GPS tracker. They don't connect to satellites. They don't have their own internet connection. They can't phone home. Instead, an AirTag relies on the Find My network. Basically, your AirTag sends out a secure Bluetooth signal, and any nearby iPhone, iPad, or Mac can detect that signal. Those devices then anonymously and securely relay that signal and that location back to your iPhone and let you know where your AirTag is. It's like a crowdsourced tracking system. So the more Apple devices that are around your AirTag, well, the easier it is to track it down. So this is why AirTags are great for finding stationary lost items. Say you forgot something again at a coffee shop. Well, there's going to be a lot of Apple devices around the AirTag to then relay that signal, relay the location back to you. They'll help with constantly updating that location. But say if your AirTag is like lost in the woods somewhere and there's not a lot of iPhones or MacBooks around to help update that location, and then say the AirTag is moving from a remote location to a more crowded location to a remote location again, well, you're gonna think that your AirTag is probably in the one location that had you know, iPhones and things. It might not ping again when it's like 20 minutes deep into a random forest. I don't know what use case that would be, but you get it. Speaking of being in the middle of nowhere, being in the middle of the ocean with your cat in a sailboat, AirTags won't work there, right? Well, no, because if you're tracking a cat and you are limited to the sailboat, that cat probably can't go more than 150 feet away, right? So when you're using precision finding with an AirTag, just your iPhone being there, being, you know, within range of the AirTag is enough to find it with that precision finding. So, you know, put an AirTag on a cat in a boat in the middle of the ocean still works great. Okay, pulling into the location right now. I did not know there was a La La Land here. Makes sense. South Lake, overpriced coffee. You DFWers out there will understand. So I got this far.
Pretty good.
Did it really not ever beep at you?
It didn't, no. Is that bad?
For the stockies out there. Find. Signal's still too weak.
No way.
Oh, 51 feet. We only took a few steps and it's already connecting. This way? Over to the bushes? Babe. What? Oh my gosh, I see it. It's literally in the middle of the bush. How am I supposed to get that? People are like, what are you doing? Okay, yeah. Okay, that was easy.
You know what's funny is at first I threw it under there and it's like this really pokey bush.
Yeah, I would.
And I'm like, she's like, anyways, good job.
Thank you. It was a little weird that he said the AirTag never beeped at him. I don't know if AirTags have a setting like, this person is this person's spouse, so they're not stalking them, but some spouses stalk other spouses, so I don't know. You know, if John had stolen my purse, I would have definitely found it, so I guess +1 point for anti-theft, actually. AirTags help you find your lost stuff using the Find My network, but you know what also needs to be found? Your business. And all you gotta use is Squarespace. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. And hey, look, if you're a videographer, editor, a restaurant owner, and you don't have a website, you are not pushing out your personal brand in 2026, what are you doing? You really need one, and Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that can get it done. You can buy your domain, build this beautiful website, and then actually get paid all with Squarespace. Y'all know that I've been using Squarespace for my personal website, sarad to display my work and attract sponsors for over 8 years now, but it has also grown with me. I've used it for email campaigns, consult scheduling, and also building out my 8-hour, over 40,000 word course studio setup. Squarespace handled it all. You can see all of this at sarad.com. Squarespace has always had their beautiful award-winning templates to start your website off right, but if you want to build a website even quicker, they now have something called Blueprint AI. So this is their AI-enhanced website builder that gets you a fully custom website in just a few steps. All you gotta do is pop in a few details. Plus, with Squarespace's built-in SEO tools, your site is automatically optimized to show up on search engines, so people can actually find you. That's the theme, right? AirTags for your wallet, your website for your business, because people need to find you. People need to stalk your work. So if you're curious, you can go to squarespace.com/saradici for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use my offer code SARADICI to save 10% off of your first purchase of a domain or website. Alrighty, back to the video. So what are the other new features of the AirTag Gen 2? I already covered this, but you know, of course, precision finding is now 50% better, going from precision finding kicking in at 100 feet versus now with Gen 2 at 150 feet. That is really great. That is obviously super helpful, and all thanks to the second generation of the ultra wideband chip that is also in the iPhone 17. The actual Bluetooth chip has also gotten an upgrade, so that increases the range that you can find an AirTag outside of precision finding when it's farther away than 150 feet. The speaker on the new AirTag is 50% louder, and apparently it's using the same chime, but it's just at a higher pitch, so it's easier to hear. Apparently, you can hear it up to 2 times farther than the first gen, so let's test it out. Okay, yeah, it's pretty loud when it's right next to your ear. And for the first time, you can use precision finding on the Apple Watch 9 or later, and also the Apple Watch Ultra 2 and later. So you don't have to pull out your phone for that directional guidance if you're just finding something around your house. Pricing stays the same at $29 for a single AirTag and $99 for the 4-pack. You do need iOS 26 in order to use the Generation 2 AirTags. So look, these are solid improvements, but nothing crazy because, well, it's an AirTag. There's only so much you can do. I know a lot of people wanted like a hole in the actual AirTag to stick their keychain through, but hey, how would Apple make money on the accessories? And I know a lot of people want the credit card form factor so they can just like stick it in their wallet, but I usually use a pretty big wallet, so I just drop a plain naked AirTag in the wallet and it's not a problem for me. One of the features that I didn't mention, but it's something that by default is turned on. If you don't want it to be turned on, you can turn it off, because I sometimes find it annoying, but your iPhone will let you know if you have left behind an AirTag. I have turned off that feature for a lot of camera gear or camera bags, obviously, because I don't need to know that I left behind my camera bag at my house every time I leave my house. However, you can also add trusted locations, so it'll ping you only if you leave it behind somewhere other than your house, so that is super helpful. That's not a new feature, it's been around, but definitely something to check out in the Find My app. Okay, so the last use case I want to talk about is tracking a moving object with an AirTag. So a lot of people I see on social media want to track their kids with an AirTag, which sometimes can work depending on how close you're going to be with them, but it's really not designed for that. If you want to track a moving object like your kid, I would recommend a GPS device. So they actually have a lot of these like kids GPS tracking devices that are in a watch form factor. So I believe, what are they called? The Cosmo and the Bark Watch. Those are some of the more popular versions of GPS kids smartwatches. Those have popular cellular connections that can give you, real-time GPS tracking. So yeah, I've been using AirTags for a long time. The one thing I will say, as you're buying these, definitely buy an extra pack of those circular batteries that these AirTags run on. Apple says the batteries last up to a year. In my experience, it's anywhere from 6 months to a year. But here's the thing, if you you just like set it and forget it in a camera bag or, you know, things throughout the house, time flies. I don't know about you, but the time be moving. And a year will pass, it will die, and then you can't find that thing that the actual AirTag is in, because I'm not very good at labeling my AirTags. The AirTag that says wallet, you know, can actually just be in a random light case in my storage unit. So it's very annoying when AirTags die and you just want some batteries on deck, so you will change them right there and then when you get the notification that, you know, the battery is low. I definitely put that off and it becomes a problem. I have lost a lot of AirTags. Isn't that ironic, losing AirTags? A feature I really want is a notification when an AirTag starts moving. I feel like this would be super helpful for, you know, just like the basic things like your camera bag. Like, ooh, my camera bag shouldn't be moving right now. But again, the stalker situation, that's prioritizing like the anti-theft thing versus anti-stalking, because then you would get a notification anytime that person that you're stalking is moving or leaving their house or something. So just stop stalking people, okay? You're ruining it for everyone else. Anyways, hey, let me know if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below for new videos, hopefully every week now. We'll see. As I've said in the beginning, I am building out a new studio. This whole working from home thing is great when you're on the computer, but not great when you're trying to film and your daughter is on the other side. And then she starts banging on the door and is like, hey, I want to hang out with mommy. Oh, that just got so sad so quick, but you get it. So yeah, I gotta sort that this week, and I'll probably make a video about that because I love making those videos. You love it. Honestly, it's like a pillar of this YouTube channel, just building studio setups at this point. So stay tuned for that. AirTags, am I right? They're not super exciting, but I thought, hey, let's make a video. Okay, like, subscribe, see you in the next one. Stay peachy. Okay, bye. I don't think I introduced myself in this video. I think I forgot. So if you don't know, my name is Sara Dietschy, rhymes with peachy. I make videos about tech and creativity and just life sometimes. So if you want to stick around, hit that subscribe button. I don't know why I'm whispering. Okay, bye.